everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts, and if you're new here, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. So today I want to play in it is my jean and flannel junk journal that I've been making with you guys. And if you want to get caught up to where we're at now, I will put a playlist of it at the end screen. So you just click on that and you can come get caught up to where we're at now, and yeah, you can join in on the fun here. So what I want to show you guys today, though, is how to make a hidden pocket in a tea bag. And then we're going to add some cute little file folders to them. So, and it's got a paper clip on it. So we got a paper clip, just like that. And then we got cute little files that you could pull out. Like that. And then there's the back of it. And here's the other one, like that. So these turned out really cool. And then on here, I went ahead and decorated and did some decorating on the tea bag string here. And we grunged it up and stuff. So I want to show you guys how to do this today. Okay. So what we're gonna need, I'll move this over out of the way. What I have here is a tea bag, okay? And these are one of the bigger tea bags. So I just went to just Dollar General, just one of our, local stores right here. And I just looked and got one of the biggest ones they had, and I just used these big ones. And this is what they're called. So that's what they are. And they work great. I love how big they are. So we got a tea bag. I got a photo. Now, anything would work. You could do a magazine image. You could do just a book page. You could do that inside that. You could do anything you want. But what I'm using today is just the Tim Holtz Found Relatives. So it's just the Found Relatives. And I'll make sure to put that down in the links below. And if I forget to put stuff down in the links, just let me know, and I'll add it to it. So I want to use that to put inside here, because that's what I did here. You could see her. So she's inside there. Isn't that kind of fun? Okay, so we got that. We also have our solution, our little mixture here, and I'll talk more about that, because that's what helps glue all that down. I'll talk about that in a minute. And then I have just some fun little, Tim Holtz little goodies here to play with. Just the what is this? This is just a ephemera pack, and it's the Curator, and it's just got all the little goodies that we can glue down and add to it. So we got that, and then field notes. So this one's cool, and it's got all the fun little, we can add a butterfly or mushroom or little things like that to add to it. So we got that. So just some fun things to decorate it with is pretty much what you need. Let's see. And we got a paper clip, and these are one of the bigger ones. Let me show you. It's just the jumbo paper clip, and it's a 0.50 millimeter right there. You can read that. So it's just a 2-inch. Let me measure it. Yeah, it's 2 inches. So 2-inch, and then 50 millimeters. So that's what it is. This is what I'm using. So it's just a bigger one. Okay, so you need that. You're gonna need just a piece of fabric or something at the top to help hold the paper clip, like how this slides in. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that one. Okay, and I did this with you guys the other day. I showed you guys how to make this with the paper clip on it, but I just didn't do the pockets and stuff in it. So I'll put that on the end screen. I'll try to remember to do that, and you guys can come check out again how I constructed this. So that's really fun. So I got fabric piece for the top. I have a file folder. It's just an old file folder. It's been hanging around. So I got that. Some scrap papers for the back of the files here. I just took some scrap paper and did that on the back of them. Okay, so keep that around. Some peg stamps, which are really fun. I think these are in my links below. You have to come let me know if it's not. But these are really fun to play with. Just the little numbers and letters and all those goody things that you can stamp. I'm just trying to make sure you guys can see. There you go. And yeah, these work really fun. So that's the word. I did file on the top here. Okay, so we got that. I used a little bit of the Fun Fur, which is just a, it's eyelash yarn or thread, eyelash yarn. And let's see, I did some stamping here. I got these down below, just my little ticket stamps. And that's what I did, like the register here and the airmail. So those are fun to play with, just to add some stuff to it. So I got that. Maybe throw in some instant coffee and water. And then I always make sure to add some rubbing alcohol in it, the isopropyl alcohol, just because it makes it so it won't mold. So you could, if you keep it in there for longer, it won't mold up on you. I got that. I'm sure I'm going to use some watered down gesso, just white gesso and water. And I think I did gold splatters, which I have this one over here. So we might throw some gold acrylic just splatters on it too. So just some fun things to grunge it up, okay? So let's get started. So that's just some of the things I'm going to be using, and you never know, I might throw a little bit more in there. I'm going to go ahead and just take my little file folders. I just went ahead and just cut them out and just did a little bump and just made a little template. So I figure since I already have this one made, I'm going to go ahead and there, let's do this. Go like this, and I'm just going to go ahead and trace them out and get these cut out. Okay, so I got these cut. All right, so when you're doing this, just make sure you're going to cut them to size, because they're going to just slide right in here, and you're going to sew or glue at the bottom here. So just kind of cut it to size, you know, to see how big you need them. But you can always snip it later. Okay, so I'm going to put those to the side. Let's get this going on the tea bag here. And what I want to do is, I noticed with my little prototype I made here, this part of the tea bag lip is like that. There's a little lip. So anytime I slide these in, it kind of gets caught on that lip. So I have to kind of put my finger in there and go like that and work it in there. Okay. So that's why I made that one, to find out, to make it a little better for you guys here. So what I want to do is just go ahead and take a bead of glue with some Fabrifix glue here. And I'm just going to glue it shut, because I just want to make sure that nothing's going to get caught on it, you know, when you're pulling your little file folders in and out. So just go ahead and do that. There we go. And just don't do a massive amount where you're gluing your tea bag shut. You know, like if this goes down, you don't want to glue it all shut. So, let's see. That's when a paper towel comes in handy. There we go. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side here. There we go. And then that'll make it easier when you're pulling them in and out. You're not getting stuck on that little lip right there. There we go. Now that should be a lot better. All right. Now, we're going to go like this with it. Okay, and now this is too big to put in here, so all you got to do is just make sure, you know, cut it to size. And make sure you don't glue your pocket shut. That's another thing, because we're going to need to see this little pocket right here in the front. We're going to need to slide our image up in there. The back doesn't matter, that can glue shut, because you know, like this little pocket here can glue shut because we're not putting, unless you want to put something up here. You could put something on an image on the other side too if you want. But this is the part that goes against your book page that slides like that. So I'm just going to open this front pocket here. I kind of glued it a little bit. There we go. There we go. So catch that before it glues shut, because it just seeped through when we're doing the little seam here. So there we go. You get a little leeway with Fabrifix glue and like Fabri-Tac. But like if you're doing art glitter glue, that dries pretty fast. So there we go. You can even take something like a piece of file folder, you know, that you're not going to use, and slide that in there, then glue the seam, and then slide it out, you know, if you want to do that, because then it won't glue it shut. Okay, now I'm just going to cut this to size. Let's see. A little snip. And a little snip. You can always make it smaller if you need to. Oh, looks like a pretty good width. There you go. I'll go down a little bit so we can see her face. Yeah, that works. Okay, and then I'm gonna cut the bottom a little. So whatever image you're using, just cut it to size. There we go. I'm liking that. Okay, now I'm going to take our little solution here, which is Elmer's glue, like a school glue. I'm just going to shake it up. Elmer's glue and water, 50-50. I mean, if you guys have seen my videos, you know what I use. And it works great. I love it. It's very cheap and easy to make. And yeah, I mean, I love using it in projects. It is very, very versatile. Okay, and then I'm just going to take a paintbrush and go ahead and put it on the image that you're using. And we just got to do the one side here. I mean, you don't have to do the back or anything. So we're just going to get some of it on the image. Just a generous amount here. Okay. And then we'll just put some on the front here. It's just so much fun. I just love how it turns out. Okay. And then just make sure you're not sealing this part shut. You know, you don't want to glue this together because we want this to be the pocket. So my suggestion would be to do this, get as much on there so you can see the image coming through here, and then heat gun it. Just take some, you know, the heat gun, or if you don't have a heat gun, a blow dryer works great. Or you could just set it up. If you wanted like set it overnight or something, you could just set it like a TP like that, you know, just kind of set it like that, and then it won't glue shut. So that's definitely an option you can do. But you can see here, isn't that cool? I mean, how fun is that, you guys? So you got your image peeking through. Okay. All right. And then since it's already wet here, let's go ahead. You can even do that too. You know, while it's drying, that's a good idea. We can do that. So now what I want to do is let's go ahead and grunge it up while it's all wet here. So I got my water and gesso. And I just kind of just do it in my own consistency. I know I have it in a huge container and just a little bit in there, but it lasts forever. It really does. And I like to take my fan brush, and I like the way it splatters, so I just do a little dip. And, oh, we can cover her face. So we could get the back, too. I'm just taking my finger right here and just tapping it like that. Okay. So there we go. And then we could do, just wipe off some of the gesso here. And we could do a little gold. I just have my silicone mat that I just put a little bit on there. I don't need much. And my water spray bottle here. Kind of turned a little white, but that's okay. Still got a little shimmer to it. So you just kind of mix it and get the consistency you want, and do some little gold splatters here. There we go. Just to add a little something to it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and dry this with my heat gun, and I'll be back. Okay, so I got it all dry, and doesn't that look fun? Look at that. I love it. And then there's the splatters on the back. Okay, so we got that far. Now I want to go ahead and just add some stuff to our little T string here. So I just went ahead and grabbed some of the Curator little ephemera, and I got them the same size. I got 2 of them, and they're the same, roughly the same size. And what I want to do is, let's go ahead and ink them up. And I just have some black soot. You can do it whichever way you want. I'll show you. Hold on. So I don't know which way I want to do it because it doesn't matter either way. But you could see I did these upright like this way, where they're just, you know, they go that way. But then when they hang down like this, they're going to be upside down. So I think on this one I might turn them the other way, so then when they hang down they'll be right side up. So you can think of that just however you want to do it. So I'll probably just do it upside down, and then yeah, that might work better, huh? Okay. So you just take it and put this down and put the string through the middle. Just figure out where you want it on the, you know, top or bottom or middle. And then I'm just going to do this one upside down, because then it'll hang right side up. Okay. So there you go. And then you got it on each side. Yeah, then it'll hang like that. I mean, that makes more sense, right? Okay. So let's do that. So now this one, I want to make sure it's upside down. Put it here. And then just line it up where you want it. And then do this one upside down. There we go. Now, if any, you can see the white kind of poking through here. If like one's a little bit bigger than the other, you can just take your ink and just kind of ink it like that. Or you can trim it, however you want to do it. But I'll just ink it. And then there we go. So now it'll hang and be right side up. So that makes more sense. And then I grunge these up. So you can do the same concept that I did on here with just the gesso and the gold acrylic. And I did that on this. I did it on the top up here and on the little danglers there. So you can definitely do that. Okay, so we got that done. And now this is all grunged up how I want it. So let's go ahead and do the same to our file folders here. So here is our examples. Okay, and then there's the back of them. Now, you got to think about how you're going to want to place them into your tea bag. You know, do you want one of the files up like this and then the other one down like that? Which that's how I did mine. Or, you know, you could do it where you have them up like this and you can have them both like that. You know, either way. Or, you know, flip it and have this one this way. So however you want to do it. But what I'm going to do is the same. I liked it like this, up and down. So we're just going to go with that on this one. Okay, so I got to make sure. Just do it like that, then I know. Okay, what I want to do first is let's go ahead and put our back paper on. So this is just some scrap paper that I have. And I'm just going to take it and... And I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing I did to make the files, is just trace around it, cut it, and then glue it to the back. All right, so I went ahead and did that. Now I'm just going to do some inking. All right, so I found some fun little ephemeras to glue onto here. And I'm gonna add some stamping with some of the ticket stuff, the little ticket stamps. And, oh, I glued down the back of these with the Yoo-hoo stick. I just did a glue stick to glue the back down. Okay, and I wanna do some stamping and then I'm just gonna grunge it up just like this and then heat gun it. Let's do some splattering and stuff like that. And then I'll be back. Okay, so I got these all done. I got them all grunged up. It's the front and the back. And what I'm gonna do is make sure these fit and how I wanna fit them to slide into here. And I'm just gonna go to my sewing machine and just sew right along the bottom, just right here to close it off. So I'm just gonna go like that and sew the bottom and I'll be right back. Okay. So all I did was I made sure where it was going to fit in there and go in without, you know, any trouble, just with ease is what I'm trying to say, and not get stuck or anything if it's too short where you sewed it. And then I just did a stitch and I went back and forth and kind of made it a little wonky just for interest, and then left the little ends on the little thread pieces on the end just for funsies. And there we go. So you just slide that in there and slide that in there and you got yourself a little hidden pocket, which is really fun. Is that not cool? So I think that's kind of fun. Okay, let me show you the top real quick. And we will be done here. So what I have is just a piece of fabric, which we could coffee dye up. That's why I like having the little spritz bottle. Oh, I forgot to show you guys. On the little file folders, I used this, which is just pretty much the PVA, which is just Elmer's glue, white school glue, water and coffee. And I just kind of mixed it all up in here and made it just a thicker paste. And I like to grunge with this. So that's what I did in the time lapse, is I was using that. So I just wanted to show you guys that real quick. Okay, so I just went ahead and grunged that up. And I'm just gonna dry it real quick with my heat gun and I'll be right back. So it's all dry now. And now what I want to do is, we can look at this one too, is you could just take your piece of fabric and your paper clip. Now, depending on how you want to place it into your journal, like if you want to go on this side of the journal with it, like you want it to slide here, or if you want it to go this way on. It depends which way to go, which way you want to, you know, put your paper clip. So I'll show you. Okay. So what we're gonna do here is, you see the long piece on the bottom here? The one that's connected all the way. And then there's this piece that's not, you know, it has the break in it right there. You're gonna wanna slide your fabric through the piece that is connected, okay? So you just take your fabric piece like this. And you slide it through, just like that. So then it's not gonna slide off or anything, because if you did it up here, it would just slide right off the edge of it, right there. Okay, okay. So you just do it on the part that's all together, just like that. And I want it to go into my journal because I want her to face this way, so I want it to go into my journal like this. So just have your loops, your two loops, facing which way you want it to go into your journal. So if you want it to go into your journal this way, you would just have both your loops facing that way, okay? But I want it to go this way, so my loops are gonna go this way, okay? So now, you just take it, and you can either sew it on. I would just be careful of the staple if you have a staple in there, or you can glue it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and glue it. So we're just do a little glue here. So you're pretty much just hanging your paper clip off a piece of fabric and attaching it to your tea bag. So it's super fun, really easy to do, and it looks really cool in your journal. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Now you could just add some decoration here. Just take a little piece of this. Oops. Let's do that again. And just do a bead of glue. And there we go. Just give it a little wispiness. So there we go. We got ourselves a hidden pocket in a tea bag with the paper clip. I think that turned out really fun. Okay, and let's see how it looks. So you just take it and you just pop it on there. I should probably wait for my glue to dry, huh? Glue. glue stick around. Okay. So it's probably better if you wait for your glue to dry, but there you go. So it just clips on there, and you can unclip it, clip it on, and there you go. So I hope you guys found this informational. And if you could please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys will see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. And keep on crafting.